everyone, today's topic is about Chapter 9, Classes. It's including class method and instance object, class customization, and memory allocation and garbage collection. So in Python, everything is object. What is an object? An object is a grouping of data and operations that can be performed on that data. Basically, we can see everything as an object. And our day-to-day is all about what we can do with this object. So thinking about the living room, for instance, we can watch TV, sit on the couch, or sit in chair. That's kind of how we experience things through the object and what we can do with them. So let's dive into a practical example of Python classes and object. So this slide shows the definition of a class called a living room. So the first key part of this class is init method. It is automatically executed whenever we create a new living room object. So this is our constructor. Inside of the constructor, we are setting up the initial state of our living room, the instance attribute. And we have the instance method like a room info, watch TV, and then here is an example of creating an instance object named my living room. So this slide focuses on the class interface. We can think of the interface as a set of tools. Looking at our real-time example, we see the public attribute that holds the data: start hours, start minute, end hours and minute, and distance. We have the public method like init method, print name, print time, print piece. It also contains an internal method named div time. So internal method here are helper functions specific to the class. So good practice is to start with their names with an underscore. In Python, this internal method can still be called from outside a class. So the raise-time class demonstrates an ADT, abstract data type. It provides well-defined operations to create and view raise-time data, while the internal calculation is hidden from the direct user. So this topic is about special method names in Python. These are also called the do-under method because they start and end with double underscores. The Python interpreter has special recognition for all these names. It means when you use certain operators or built-in functions within your object, Python will automatically look for and calls this corresponding special method in your class. So let's look at some key examples from our my number class. So do under init method is our constructor. It is automatically called to initialize the object's value. Do under string method defines how your object should be represented as a string. We can also define do under method to define how the comparison operators work for our object. And we can also define do under method to define how the arithmetic operators work for our object. So last but not least is memory allocation and garbage collection in Python. So Python managed memory for us automatically. The Python runtime takes care of requesting memory from the operating system when your program needs it. Python also automatically deallocate memory when objects are no longer needed. We can use get, we can use here we can use the get ref count function method from sys module to look up the reference count. And we can also use collect function in GC module to check the garbage collection. Thank you. This is my presentation.